Go.
Let
Go.
her know how you feel rather than telling her how you feel. This is important to me.
I think she lost the drive and the love for it. Like, she gets down and dirty. She gets cleaning, she does the high dusting, she leaves furniture with me, trash and everything. And
Good morning, everybody. I am the only one here. It may be somebody in their leg room, but we're not gonna count that for right now. I'm the only one here. 3:40 in the morning. Wife has I heard somebody. No, I am not the only one here. Anyway, wife has a meeting in the morning. So I gotta get to work a little bit early. So I'm going to take a nap when I get there. But until then, I heard Eric E.T. Thomas say, producers produce. So we're gonna produce a pull workout today. Winning is uncomfortable. So that's why we gotta get the fuck up early and get the shit done. So we got some pull downs, we got some rows, we got some stretching movement, maybe, don't know, haven't decided. We got a little bit of biceps. We're gonna get home, recover, get everybody out the door after a brief nap, and man, we're just gonna kill it today. So let's get started. Been really watching a lot of the pro shows. Indy Pro was this past weekend, and then you had before that the Pittsburgh Pro, at least on the classic physique side. But a lot of great back development. Blessing is looking goddamn phenomenal. The guy who plays second to him, pretty decent back development. Charles Griffin. His waist was a little too thick though, I think. But if it was a little smaller, he would have definitely took that show. Just a lot of good back development. It all goes back to mind-muscle connection. Training really, really fucking hard. And not majoring in the minors, right? Obviously, there's some nuances there, but really just picking exercises that hit the back over a large part of the area, and then getting those movements in, those smaller movements in, that may hit the lats specifically, that may hit the rhomboid specifically, whatever. So we're gonna work hard and we're gonna get to it. All right. If you've been following the workouts, you know that this is post-Ramadan period. I really can't even consider this a post-Ramadan period because everything I took was a failure. So we're officially out of that little small window of trying to get recovered, hydrated up, fed up. We're done with that. So we can actually push to failure, or I can actually push to failure and not worry about being injured or any shit like that. So neutral grip pull down, as you notice, I just switched the grip because this lat machine, you can't get a super good stretch on it when you have that attachment. I just had the previous set, so I just went ahead and switched the neutral grip. So a couple of key points here. This is not a lat exercise. It has never really been a lat exercise. The lats do get some involvement, but it's not a lat exercise. So number one, keep that in mind when you place this inside of a workout. Number two, this is very, very upper back dominant. So if you're trying to build a bench, if you're trying to improve your upper back, if you just want to look like a fucking gorilla, this is the exercise to do. And like I said, I prefer neutral grips instead of overhand grips. However, that's just due to age, wear and tear, shit like that. And with this attachment, I just feel the muscle a little bit better. All right, bent over rows on the Nebula attachment next, or machine, whichever you want to call it. You'll notice I'm not going to go as heavy as I've gone in the past. Form gets compromised, injury starts to happen and whatnot. So we're going to keep the weight manageable. We're going to keep the form a little stricter than I would normally keep it. But also strict is in the eye of the beholder, because some people may be parallel all the way to the ground, whereas I'm on an angle. Just protects my lower back more. So, but we're gonna work. We're keeping it strict. No herky-jerky, all that shit that you normally see me do. You know that's fun. I gotta play it smart today. Now we're gonna follow up with one really upper back builder with the overhand grip. The Nebula rows. Didn't really go super balls out with these. Went up to 3 plates and a quarter. Mainly because I just didn't want to go that heavy. Really wanted to focus on the form. So a couple of key points that I want you guys to listen to while this video is playing is that I want you to always focus on your elbow placement. All right, you don't want your elbows out with this exercise. You want it to drive back to the hip area, and you just really want to squeeze that upper back. And that's the form correct. That's the form that I like for people to have. Now, I know a couple of people go straight perpendicular to the floor and roll that way. That's not my preferred way, simply for the fact that, to keep my vulnerable lower back functioning, to keep my groin functioning and all that. So that's where I'm at with that exercise. Now, the next one looks like I'm going to probably have to swap out. It is the chest supported row. So if you've been following the channel, if you've been following my workouts, I've been doing these for months, and it's getting to the point now where progress is just a slow grind. And, basically it's really stopping on this exercise. Now, what I will say is that it's stopping on this particular piece of equipment. I'm having a very hard time getting the reps that I want. So what I'm going to do, instead of like ditching it out totally, I'm gonna give it a couple of more weeks, and I'm gonna give it a different placement inside of the workout. So if you guys have a movement that you're struggling with, that you're not getting much traction with, what I recommend is that you guys just simply switch the movement out, or not switch the movement out, change the placement of where you want the movement at, really get stronger at that, and then go from there. In hindsight, probably should have put it right after my lat pull downs. I normally do. I just don't know why I had a brain slip today, but that's what I would recommend. All right, all done with back. No pullovers or stiff arm pull downs today. We're just going to keep it at thickness exercises, keep it moving. On to biceps. Missed arm day, so I'm not really trying to make it up. We're just going to get in some decent volume and call it good. I love starting off with barbell curls, good mid-range movements to kick things off. But then we'll go into incline dumbbell curl and call it good. So let's keep it moving. All right, we're really going to start getting down on this exercise, right? So I have a unhealthy relationship with the barbell curl, to be quite honest with you. I love it and hate it at the same time. Now, the reason I love it is because it does build some big ass arms, like biceps in particular. The reason I hate it is because the movement is limited, right? But something popped in my mind. I'm like, okay, so this is a good mid-range movement. If I pick two other movements to go with this, something that will help me in the really contracted position, and then something that will help me in the stretch position, that I can really get my biceps to a respectable level. And if I can get this elbow pain out of my triceps, I can probably finally break the 20-inch barrier, right? So how am I going to do that? Well, I can't go really heavy on close grip bench presses, right? So what can I go moderately heavy on are barbell curls, provided I don't pop a fucking bicep. So I'm really going to push to progress this exercise. I've never done it. I think it's the perfect time to do it. I'm hydrated, I'm rested, I'm all that good stuff. I got great training facilities, so I'm going to push it hard and see what happens in the next few weeks. Okay, so that I don't advise. Not really, but it's still room for, I just wanted to do it in bodybuilding. Just do it if you want to. People gonna disagree with it. Fuck them, really. Just have fun with the shit. And if your fun is curling 135 pounds, so what? The road to get to where you want to go is going to be a minute anyway, so you may as well throw in some shit you want to do in the meantime. And now that I'm looking at the barbell curl from a performance standpoint, to round out my bicep development, We're going to throw in some incline curls. We're going to progress on that. And then there's going to be strive curls also in that, and possibly some hammer curls depending upon how I feel that day. But now you have a gist of how I'm approaching the barbell curl. If you guys want to follow along, I'm always going to be on Instagram and Twitter profiling my training and on here as well. So please, I encourage you guys to challenge yourselves this summer. Make yourselves look good, make yourselves look thick, make yourselves look juicy. Walk around here like a brick wall, all right? Eat all the food, lift all the weights. So please like and subscribe to the channel. Please like this video. Let me know what you think. And I'll be bringing some cooking videos. I promise one of my clients is getting on my case. But I will bring it. So thanks, guys, for watching. Y'all have a great day.